Hello, fellow safety. So this time, I just have one question, and we want to talk about the how can we design a scaffold to satisfy the 4:1 ratio of its height and base? So bakit mo mahalaga na kailangan natin i-consider yung 4:1 ratio? Because kung meron lang tayong maliit na base dimension and then we are erecting very high elevation scaffold structure natin, since hindi naman natin nilagyan siya ng pundasyon for the ground, it's just nakapatong lang to sa ground. So, kailangan nating i-consider yung 4:1 ratio. Otherwise, its base cannot hold the total height of the structure. So, ngayon, um, importante bang malaman natin bilang safety ang pag-consider ng mga ganitong klase ng aspeto in terms of scaffold structure? Kasi marami nagsasabi, especially on Facebook that I saw, na yung mga safety officer daw, hindi na natin kailangan pang malaman ang calculation of load capacity, and also hindi na rin natin kailangang matutunan pa yung pagde-design because we are not the competent person to do the design of scaffold structures. Yes, that's true. Okay? But as a safety professionals, the bigger challenge for us is to provide advice when and where our scaffold structure is unsafe to use or safe to use. So, yun yung ating issue. So, paano ka magbibigay ng advice if you do not know anything about it? Ang issue natin dito is pigilan na magkaroon tayo ng collapse so that yung ating scaffold structure won't be damaged at all. Yung project na ginagawa natin or activities na gagawin natin na paggagamitan natin ng scaffold will not be delayed, and the people that will be using the scaffold structure ay hindi sila masasaktan or may injured, or probably worst is hindi sila mamatay. Okay? Kapag nahulog. Kasi regardless of meron kang safety harness, kung nag-collapse yung iyong scaffold structure, that will be useless unless meron kang ipinrovide na tie-off point, or I mean may ipinrovide ka na anchorage point para sa iyong safety harness na hindi kasama kung magko-collapse ang iyong scaffold structure. Okay? So let's try to look at it here. So kunwari ito yung ating example and we have the smallest base dimension of 1 meter. Ang base dimension natin for this example is 1 meter by 1.5 meters. Then inelevate natin yung ating working platform up to 12 meters. Okay? So kung mapapansin natin, supposed to be 4:1 yung ratio dapat ng ating height, since 1 meter yung ating base dimension, yung smallest. So meaning to say, 12:1 ang naging ratio ng atin compared to height and base. But ang kailangan natin is maging 4:1. So para makapag-erect tayo ng scaffold up to 12 meters high, kailangan natin ang smallest base dimension ng ating scaffold supposed to be is 3 meters. Okay? So let's say 3 by 3, in-erect mo up to 12 meter elevation. Okay? Let's try to look at it on the top view. Kunwari, ito yung ating 1 meter, and then ito yung ating 1.5 meters. And then kailangan natin yung 1 meter na ma-extend up to 3 meters. So kailangan nating dagdagan ng tig 1 meter on both sides. And syempre yung 1.5 is less than also sa 3 meters. So kailangan pa natin ng extra na 1.5, and then we'll distribute it on both sides of this longer side. So, idadagdag natin yung tig 0.75 for them. Now, if you will see, at that corner, kung saan natin napagtagpo yung ating vertical line and horizontal line for the top view illustration, doon natin ilalagay ang ating base ng ating outrigger. Then, we will just connect it into our scaffold structure. Okay? Now, ang tanong dyan is yung point of connection dun sa scaffold. Gaano naman kataas yung sinasabi nating minimum height na required for point of connection of your outrigger. So, yun naman yung ating i-discuss, supposed to be, but what am I going to do? In our Scaffold Safety Engineering Classroom Workshop Training for Design and Calculation, um, doon natin i-discuss lahat kasi hindi lang naman yan ang kailangan nating malaman. Okay? Kailangan din nating malaman kung tama ba yung mga isinulat nating SWL capacity for our scuff tags, at kung tama rin ba yung pag-identify ng duty ratings ng ating scaffold. Kasi it depends on how you erected the scaffold wherein you can identify whether it is a medium duty scaffold, heavy duty scaffold, or light duty scaffold. So yun yung ating mga matututunan dyan. Kasi nga, ang challenge sa atin bilang safety professional is to provide professional advices, definitely, and consultation in safety-related risk in scaffold structure. So, ang risk po dito na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon ay yung collapse, okay? Which is very, very dangerous. Now, oh, on our course that we're going to do, we're going to held is maintindihan nyo itong principles of working at heights and also the scaffold risk and risk factors, yung konsepto ng temporary structure engineering safety, and then yung tinatawag nating skill na pag-estimate and calculate ng scaffold SWL with the least deviation. Okay? And to familiarize control engineering and mitigating factors. So, meron tayong 2 araw for this course. So, sa first day, ito yung ating mga agenda. So, yan yung ating pag-aaralan for the first day. And on second day, this will be our agenda. Okay? And for the last part, definitely we'll be doing review and the post-test. So, para yung makakapasa, then you'll have your completion certificate. Otherwise, you will receive your attendance certificate. So, simple lang po, you have to register now by clicking this link at mitigaconsultancy.com/events/scaffold. Or you can reserve your slot now by sending us a message on our FB page at facebook.com/mitigaconsultancy. So join us in this coming Scaffold Safety Engineering Design and Calculation Workshop training course. Thank you very much.